Okay, here we go. So now this first card of the Rockefeller spread is going to be, what does money mean to you? And I am really nosy and I want to find this out. So let's see what money means to you. Okay, so you got the Ace of Swords, which is the Crucius. Okay, and money is basically a way for you to manifest your dreams. And you have a lot of dreams and you really want to follow those dreams, and you just think that it takes a lot of money. It doesn't always take a lot of money, but in your particular situation, you feel like it does. But you also have this Libra energy in this card and this Venus energy. So money also means beauty and love to you. It means looking good, basically. So, but let's get some clarification and check that out. So I got the Broken Heart card here. So maybe in the past it's been hard for you to make money, and that kind of breaks your heart a little bit because you really feel like you want it or you deserve it or you need it, and you do deserve it and you will get it. So don't worry about it, because I'm already feeling this energy, and I think that if you haven't made money in the past and it's been kind of hard for you and it's disheartening, I think that it's going to change for you, because that's the energy that I'm feeling right now, especially this month, okay? All right, so let's see what's next. What is your relationship to the energy of money? Now, we don't always think of inanimate objects like money having energy, but they definitely do. And how does that energy make you feel? Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is the Jupiter card. And we've been talking about Jupiter, right? So money makes you feel wealthy and amazing. It makes you feel strong and important. It makes you feel like you can expand out. Like maybe money makes you feel like if you just had enough, you could have a bigger family or something like that. So the energy of money is very expansive for you, okay? It really makes you feel secure and great. And it's a good way, a good relationship with money, okay? It's all about abundance when we talk about Jupiter. And it also means that your relationship to money is lucky, because Jupiter is the planet of luck. So money might just come your way, even though you feel like it's been hard to get right now. It's definitely in your cards, all right? So I pulled the clarification card just to see what's going on. And so it's a contract, okay? It says contract. So, if you're not already married, money may come your way when you get married, or you could win something in a court case or something of that nature. Or it could be a contract just between you and your business partner or your employment or whatever. But whatever deal you make is going to bring you some abundance. So that's on its way, okay? So now the next card is, let's see, what does money offer you? What does money offer you? So this is like when you receive it, what does it offer you in terms of like satisfaction, okay? So let's check it out. Okay, so you got the Two of Swords and the Lupus, and you can see the wolf there, and there's again with this Libra energy on here. So when you talk about what wealth does for Libras, and also in this particular situation with the Two of Swords, you're able to, you and your partner, if you have a partner, are able to balance things out so that you guys can make money together. But if you're single, you also are able to manifest things using fairness and using balance in your life and feeling very balanced within yourself. And then when you have those sort of attributes, what happens is you get this Libra abundance. So that means that you're going to be able to manifest money so that you look pretty, so that you look handsome, or whatever. You also are able to get the finer things in life, because that's what the Venus energy does. And also you're able to have a better secure love life. So that is what money basically offers you when you have it. Okay, but let's get a clarification card and check that out. Okay, it also provides you security. So money provides you security, which is another sort of Libra trait as well, or an air sign trait. So when you feel like you have enough money, you feel stable and you feel rooted, and it helps with your security a lot. But also just remember too that you don't need a lot of money to get your basic needs met, okay? So even though it's fun to have all these extravagant things, just remember that, basic is good too. So, I feel like this chakra, this root chakra for you is already open. I can tell there's already a good grounding in you, a good stability, no matter what, but money just makes you feel a little bit more stable. So maybe you could just make sure you balance just a little bit more of that root energy by going to the chakra videos that I did last month and really work on that first chakra there. Okay, so now the next card is, how can you make the most of your money? Where is your money best spent? Okay, how can you make the most of it? So let's check it out. Okay, so we get the Leo and the Strength card. So this means that you would basically, where you make the most of it is on your subjects, because when we look at this particular Leo Strength card, we always think of like royalty and in your realm and your subjects and people you're responsible for. So when you spend money, it's going to be on people who you feel responsible for, whether it's, it could even be an animal that you feel responsible for, but it's not that particular money might make you an investment. It's just more that you get more out of it. You get more feelings out of it. You get more gratification out of it when you do that. So for instance, if you have children and you spend your money on them because that's your realm, those are who you're responsible for, and it makes you feel better. And then also it could be a parent or anybody, someone you love. Okay, so that's where your money is. That's how you make the most of your money. Okay, but let's get a clarification card and find out. Okay, so you also have this sixth chakra, the Archangel Metatron. Okay, so when we talk about making the most of your money, this card is going to be about visualization. So in order for you to spend your money wisely and get the most out of it, you need to visualize what you need. So a vision board would be great. I want this, I want that, I want that. And that way you don't spend your money on all these little things that never add up, to the big thing that you're actually after. And you might not ever work as hard as you might not work as hard as you want to for the particular thing because you can't visualize it. So always try to visualize what you want the most out of life and then work towards that. Okay, so then also, what do we have next? We have, do you have a budget surplus or a budget shortage right now? So let's check out where your money's at right now. Okay, so you have the Seven of Swords, okay? And so that tells me that you've manifested a good deal of money and you've taken some action and you've been, held on to this. Maybe actually, if you're in a relationship too, because there's this Gemini energy, if you're in a relationship, you guys may have saved some money together, which is good. So that tells me that at this point you have a little bit of surplus, which is good. But it's a little bit more than you need for making your basic needs, okay? And you may have way more than I think from this card, but for the most part, what I am feeling is that there's enough for you to have your basic needs met and a few nice things for yourself or for your loved ones. But let's take a look at the clarification card. Okay, so we got the second chakra, which is the Archangel Ariel, and I feel that this is open for you, which is great. But this is also the sacral area is where we have love and intimacy and things like that. So again, I feel like maybe you and a partner have a little bit of money saved, or you have enough saved for your loved ones right now to have their basic needs met. So that's good. All right. So the next thing, so I would say surplus in that situation. So the next card is there an expense you should eliminate? Now, I've had really fun time picking this card because it's really helping me to see what's going on with the different signs and what they're spending their money on. So in a way, it's making my nosiness, it's like satisfying my nosiness. All right, hold on a second. All right, so let's see, Gemini, what you're spending your money on. 10 of Cups, which is the water card, okay? So this tells me that you are spending your money on what makes you feel good, And if you have a family, it makes you feel good to spend your money on them. So I can tell that it whatever it whenever you spend your money, it's on something that really has an emotional connection to you. It makes you really feel good. And that also tells me that you don't like to spend your money on things that you don't necessarily need, that don't make you feel good about yourself. And then on the flip side, this could also mean that you've also maybe spent a little bit too much on something that didn't make you happy. So I do see, though, that you're spending money on things that you hope to make you emotionally happy, for sure. Like, so it could be that you spent your money on a pet or your family, and then there's been a few things that you spent money on that didn't bring you any emotional satisfaction. I want to get clarification on what that was. Okay, well, you got a victory card here. So maybe you spent money on something that you thought was going to make you feel victorious, but then it didn't. So I'm going to pull another clarification because I don't know oh, yep, this makes sense. So now you have the World card. So this is telling me that there's been things that you have spent your money on that you feel like it'll give you some sort of status in the world, but it hasn't made you feel emotionally good. So I'm going to pull just one more card for the clarification to see if I can get any closer. Okay. And this says Door of Spirit to Spirit. So what this is telling me is that you want to eliminate purchases that you feel like are going to give you status, because it's not leaving you emotionally feeling any better than before. And what you want to do instead is feel emotionally better about yourself by connecting to your spirit and really understanding your own value and how you are part of everything in this universe and how you co-create your universe and how just what that you're already complete as a person as it is. Okay, so you might want to go and look at and clear out this chakra right here, which I did a series last month. So if you want to go check out the Earth Star chakra activation, that will really help you in that particular area. So, so that you don't spend money on things you think are going to make you feel better or create status for you. Okay, so now the next one is going to be, what is my next realistic financial goal? And this has been fun for me to find out too, because a lot of this has to do with the seasons that I found, that some people, their realistic goal is to save money by the end of the summer, by the end of the winter, but let's see what happens for you. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so your realistic goal is, again, to take care of people who you're responsible for. And so as long as you have enough of your basic needs met, and even if it's just you are responsible for yourself, if you have your basic needs met, then that is the only realistic goal that you need to accomplish, is having your basic needs met. So let's get a clarification card on that. And it says financial constraints. Okay, so with that being said, is that even when you have enough money that you know is going to satisfy your basic needs, you still feel financially constrained because you still want other things. You want more for yourself. And that can happen, but just remember that it's not going to always create an emotional abundance inside yourself like you thought that it might. Okay, so that's the only realistic goal you need, is to have your basic needs met, and the rest will fall into place. So the next is, what's going to help you reach this goal quickly? And from the cards, I already kind of see that you have your basic needs met, because we already talked about that. But let's just see what else the cards have to say about getting there quicker. Okay, so this is the Five of Pentacles, and it's the Uranus. Okay, so this card just means basically that there's confusion, and a confusion towards how to make money. And so for you to make more money, I think this month would be an excellent time, because like I said, on June 2nd, Palace is going into Capricorn, so it's going to help you make a strategy for yourself. So that is going to get rid of this confusion and this scattered energy, and where you think, oh, you have too many options of how you can make money and you need to really laser focus. So definitely on June the 2nd, be looking for a new strategy, write things down, and that's going to help you reach your goals. Your goal is just to have your basic needs met, but of course you still need to have money saved up for that. So maybe that's just the goal that you need, is just to create a savings account if you don't have one, or just add money to the savings account. Don't put everything into your checking. Put some more money into that savings and really get that saved up. Okay, so next is the last card that we have, and it is, what is the best thing that you can spend your money on? Which is another fun card that I like to pick. So let's see, what's the best thing you can spend your money on? So you got the Three of Swords, and it's the Corona card, and it has a crown there. Okay, so the best thing that you can spend your money on is something that makes you feel a sense of achievement and makes you feel uh, like you've, well, that's what I mean, accomplishment or achievement. So whatever that could be for you, like what comes to mind first is, maybe you would feel accomplished if you were able to play an instrument, or maybe you would feel accomplished if you were able to learn a skill or something of that nature. So if you spent your money on learning better skills that make you feel accomplished, that's the perfect thing to spend your money on. So let's see what, with a clarification card. Ooh, I like this card. So the other thing that's good to spend your money on, and it says here community. Okay, so you can either take that literally, like, okay, it's good to spend your money in the community, but if you don't have enough money to spend in the community, it's a good idea to get the community together to help you make money.